We think about an offensive line that's improved, the trade they made the day after that loss against the Redskins when they picked up Amari Cooper and made a change in their coaching staff, with Mark Colombo taking over as the offensive line coach. And off is to Elliott, and that was a painful yard and a half. And so this team has run the ball better, they've thrown the ball better, they're coming off back-to-back road wins at Philly, at Atlanta. You see where they rank overall, and look at Cameron Fleming getting the start out at left tackle. Tyron Smith, a stinger last week, and he's been bothered by bad back. Oh, a little bit of a surprise. He talked during the week, said that the stinger was not going to keep him out of this ball game today, but for whatever reason, a surprise to us, Cameron Fleming making the start. Green, Elliott trying to break a tackle, and a good play is made by Zach Brown. That saved a first down, a gain of 3, third down coming up. Zach Brown does an outstanding job here of getting Ezekiel Elliott to the ground by himself. He had some room out in front of him, and that's going to continue to be one of the real keys for this Redskins defense, limiting the yards after contact. I thought Brown played outstanding the last time these two teams met. He makes a great play there in the early going. Blitz coming. Cowboys pick it up. Prescott first down as he hits Amari Cooper, and a gain of 7. A good job by this offensive line to pick up the blitz. Yeah, they pick it up and do a good job there. Ezekiel Elliott, I think sometimes his protection skills are not talked about enough, but you got Josh Norman there on Amari Cooper. Look for that throughout this ball game. And Cooper just showing some of his ability within the ability to run routes and creating some separation. He's been awfully good at doing that now for the last several weeks. On first down, this is the fullback, Olawale. And for the seldom used number 49, just his second catch of the season, he gets 10 and a first down. Foster out there on the stop, and we look at his defense for Washington and where they rank very good against the run, and that's handy when you're taking on Ezekiel Elliott. It sure is, and that's really why they went out and they drafted these two big tackles inside. They've got Ron Payne, who's a rookie this year from Alabama, and then last year's #1 pick, Jonathan Allen. And they were drafted for games like this against Ezekiel Elliott. And off to Elliott, he lowers his shoulder into Quentin Dunbar. And a gain of 6. Dunbar was iffy coming in. He had missed 4 of the last 5 games with a shin injury, but they have him back in this important divisional game. You talk about this defense and the job they've done overall in run defense, you're right, has been really good. And they completely shut down this Cowboys running game just a month ago. But in the last 3 games, Joe, they have gotten carved up. Like teams running the ball, giving up an average of 5 yards a carry. So they've got to tighten things up from where they've been over the last 3 weeks. Second down and 4. Pass is incomplete for Ezekiel Elliott. DJ Swearinger having a great year was there on him. The official word from the Cowboys sideline is Tyron Smith is questionable with that neck injury. So it's the stinger and not the back that's put him on the sideline. Hey, last year, Tyron Smith, he missed some games, and the focus was how this offense performed when Ezekiel Elliott was out of the lineup. I'll tell you what, they weren't real good offensively without Tyron Smith at left tackle. The 2-time All-Pro. Prescott throws. Cooper. First down. Elliott under pressure. And Cooper working on Norman picks up 11. A really good route. Once again, he starts to the boundary. He comes underneath. They call that a China route. And he creates an open lane and another conversion for the Cowboys. Casanova McKenzie is down for Washington. They look at him first down for Dallas when we come back.
Got a great Black Friday deal. One for you, one for me.
No.
I love it. I got us a little something, too.
Yeah?
Yep. One for you, and one for me.
I love it.
Oh, actually, that was supposed to be for me.
I love it.
I ain't showing commercials, y'all. That's how you get taken down. I ain't showing commercials.
Chevys are the power dependability awards of our cars plus their SUVs.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody from those in the NFL and those of us at Fox. They look at McKenzie on the sideline. First down for Dallas as Amari Cooper is converted 3rd and 5. And the tight end and a nice catch by Blake Jarwin. Who's going to get more looks with a wrist injury to Jeff Swaim, 13 yards.
Yes, he is, and he's going to be more of the receiving threat. And DJ Swearinger, he closes on this ball pretty well. Initially, Blake Jarwin was more open than he ultimately was when the ball arrived, but goes up with strong hands. Prescott finds him early. It's a nice drive to open this game for Dallas.
And we'll see how they go about it. 6 passes, 2 runs. Run number 3, Elliott. Elliott on this opening possession. He's caught one. He's run a couple. He gets 7 here. 2nd and 3.
But his longest run the last time these two teams met was just 6 yards. So he's already surpassed that. And I just think he's looked like a different runner here over the last couple of weeks watching him. I thought early on he looked sluggish. He didn't seem like he was really seeing the holes all that well. But for the last 2 weeks and those wins at Philadelphia and then Atlanta, he has been tough. And he has shown the power that he can run with at 220-plus pounds.
Here he is for a first down and more. Touchdown, Cowboys. He wants to jump in. Instead, he'll just make a donation to the Red Cross.
See a hole that opens up. Mason Foster's going to take that route there, and there's a hole right here in the middle. Nobody fills it. And they get out of their gaps, and the right call at the right time, nobody's there. Ezekiel Elliott makes a pay.
Baher, who missed an early one last week at Atlanta, knocks it through. Strong opening
Like, comment on this
possession for the
video.
Dallas Cowboys. They've won 2 straight. And they lead by 7. Over their rival, the Redskins. Now Colt McCoy will head to the office.
He spent his entire life training. Training to be a warrior. Training to be the best. I am the protector of the team.
I ain't showing commercials. Show commercials, that's how you get taken down for copyright issues.
Deals on toys. Deals on Xbox and more. Stores open tonight at 5 p.m. Only at Target.
I'm Ken Jacobus, and I switched to the Spark Cash Card from Capital One. I earn unlimited 2% cash back on everything I buy. And last year, I earned $36,000 in cash back, which I used to offer health insurance to my employees. What's in your wallet?
On Black Friday, the battle for the Apple Cup. Unbelievable. Washington State. Touchdown! Tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern on Fox.
Today's game is sponsored by Aquaman. It features everywhere December 21st. Rated PG-13. Home is calling.
Welcome back. The NFL on Fox on a Thanksgiving. And the great Roger Staubach on the right. Last week received the Presidential Medal of Freedom. The guy on the left is wearing a suit and ready to dazzle you with all of the information that he's learned watching hours of film during the course of the week. Here comes Colt McCoy. What do you think? I know you're a fan of Colt McCoy. He's the perfect type backup. That's not what Cleveland had in mind, Troy, when they drafted him in the 3rd round, but he's smart. He's somebody that doesn't have to get a lot of reps and can come off the sideline and just go play.
Hey, he's a lot like the guy who backed me up back when I was playing, Jason Garrett. It's nice when you have someone with some veteran experience who's played in games, who's won games, and doesn't necessarily, as you said, need all of the work during the week to get prepared if he's called upon to come off the bench the way he was on Sunday.
He throws and the pass broken up. Good coverage downfield on Doxson by Awuzie. It'll be 2nd down and 10 as McCoy tried to fit it in there.
The other thing that hurts Colt McCoy to some extent is because it's a short week, he didn't get any reps this week. Normally, if it was a regular 7-day week for him, he would get work with the #1 offense for Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, but all walkthroughs leading up to this game, so he didn't get any physical work reps.
Quick throw out to Doxson. He is hit by Awuzie. Got 9. 3rd down and 1 coming up. Well, as you look at the Redskins offense and where they rank, it's an offensive line that's been hit hard by injury. They've lost Sheriff and Laval. They get Trent Williams, their 6-time Pro Bowl left tackle, back today, and he's coming off right thumb surgery.
Yeah, and how well will he hold up? Well, he's got a cast on his hand, and whether or not he'll, that obviously affects him in pass pro. You see that big thumb in the cast. The only lineman who has started every game for this Redskins offense is right tackle Morgan Moses.
3rd down and 1. McCoy in trouble. Falls out. Recovered by Washington, but it's 4th down. Jalen Smith was there. He wasn't alone as Colt McCoy was trying to run for the 1st down, and big number 54 knocked it out.
Well, the Redskins obviously are fortunate that they didn't give the ball back to Dallas with a short field. Colt McCoy, who can definitely scramble. Jalen Smith in zone coverage had his eyes on him the entire time. Comes up and makes a really good play.